Hey everyone, Erickson Drone here. This is Jesse. Today we're headed to the edge of the map, Bodega Bay on the coast of Northern California. But first, let's make a stop in Two Rock and get some breakfast at Spud Point. I'm in the mood for some chowder and a crab cocktail. It's gonna be 91 degrees in Napa today, so I figured it'd be nice to stay cool, get some grub, and fly the drone. It's just 2 roads to Bodega, but it takes about an hour and a half to get there. I'm not really trying to teach you anything today or do any history deep dives. This is really just about going along for the ride and seeing how beautiful this area is. All right, first, I want to show you an old cemetery out here in Two Rock. This one goes back to 1860, and there are a bunch of other ones that are now in people's backyards all along this route to the coast. Let me show you a few old graves here. I guess this is actually a graveyard and not just a cemetery since it's connected to this here church too. It might look like we're in the middle of nowhere, but we're right in the middle of dairy country with downtown Petaluma just to our east and the coast right behind us. A lot of these old grave markers were made out of wood, and so they're just barely hanging on. These are like the last memories of these people. And some have had new headstones come in and replace these, but the wood ones really only have so much longer to live. And here's actually a deep peek into this collapsed plot here. Eucalyptus all along the edge, some overgrowth, but there was a recent burial I found here from 2016, so people are still getting buried here. I hope this is one of the replaced ones. Wood, replacing wood. Gosh, and these little splinter markers here, these are just withering away. And for some reason, I don't know, this lizard just feels like he needs to start working out. All right, well, let's get back on the road and head out to get some breakfast. Okay, this is Valley Ford, which, as you'll see, takes about 10 seconds to drive through. Here's the tour. We have a cheese shop on your right, on the left, our first restaurant and surf shop, market on the right, post office, cafe, body shop, and finally, an Italian dinner joint. Cool. So, as I mentioned before, unfortunately, there is some smoke in the air today. Seems we always have fires, but the coast is usually where it's clear. However, the 2 fires that are north of us right now are on the coast, and the whole Bay Area is layered with this haze now. But don't worry, it's still gonna be a beautiful day. This is Spud Point on the north part of the bay here, and we're going to the original Spud Point Crab Company. They open at 9, so if you're a soup for breakfast person, let me know in the comments. Okay, so I'm definitely getting that crab cocktail. That's a 1/4 pound of meat. I'm also gonna get a shrimp cocktail. It's bay shrimp. That's a 1/4 pound of meat. And of course, New England clam chowder.
New England clam chowder. Is that the red or the white?
Yeah, and if you saw those prices, I mean, you get what you pay for. All right, here we Just be sure to stir it right up from the bottom, get that hottest spot. Oh, it's burning my hand. Yep, so it burns your mouth too. That's great. Just make sure to burn your mouth. Right off the bat. Oh, it's great. Let's get like 1 or 2 pieces of sand. You know, it's fresh. Perfect like that. Look at that crab. Yes. Well, it's 67 right now. The breeze is very gentle, and there's no need for a jacket today. Normally, the Bay Area is super foggy, so when there's a high pressure system over us and we don't get any fog overnight, it gets pretty warm. Most of the time during the summer, though, the coast is about 30 to 40 degrees cooler than just a half an hour inland in places like Santa Rosa. I know, crazy. All right, time to head to the other side of this bluff and truly be on the coast. The Bodega Head Trail that lines the cliffs here is a little over a mile long one way and 181 feet high. We're gonna start over here with this clip reveal for you. Absolutely beautiful. Although I didn't know that this was just a cliff because a guy and his son were just right up on the edge over here, and so I just traipsed along right to the edge thinking this has to be safe. So don't be like me, be safe. Walk up to cliffs slowly, if anything. This is a monument to those that make their living off the sea and a memorial for those who have lost their lives to the sea. And here's our little keyhole arch. These birds are just crazy. They're diving through this rough water. just floating all around. All right, we got to get our feet in the sand. Let's take the stairs and check out the beach. And hey, if you made it this far, go ahead and like the video. I love sharing places like this with you. These cliffs are just so beautiful. Got a few people out here today, but there are just so many birds. And hey, if you thought about the Hitchcock movie, The Birds, I am going to tie that together for you at the end of this video. Dang, and I was just about to leave when I saw these two crocs in the wild. Just a couple more places I want to show you on the way back home. This is the Tides restaurant, and this is the building where they filmed that scene with the birds going crazy. It's modest, but they have this little shack that plays the movie on a loop here, and there's a gift shop right behind us. They also have this deli, so you can just grab your own snacks and sit out on the deck. Beer and wine included. It's pretty great. And just to tie together the birds tour for you, this is the church and the schoolhouse that was also in the movie. Thanks so much for coming along today. I hope you get a chance to come out here sometime and enjoy the soup along with the view, and I'll see you on the next trail.